Hello and welcome back. It is Modern Gauntlet of Greatness time. I'm still Randy Buehler. I'm still joined by Shadow Nutella. How are things, Shadow?
Things are still good.
Awesome. We are getting ready to play the match between Merfolk and Burn. So we're in the dark region of the bracket. Merfolk and Burn. Burn has entered in off of a bye. Merfolk took out Fairies in a previous match. If you want to see the giant, massive bracket, we're kind of in the lower right-hand corner trying to figure out which decks are going to be number 3 and number 4 into the Elite 8. And then we'll go over the other side of the bracket, and things are really starting to take shape. Kind of fun. In terms of the other regions, you can see Tron and Pox are already hanging out in the Elite 8, and it'll be Living End Affinity, Soul Sisters Infect, and then we've still got a match between Abzan and Hate Bears before Storm and Green-White Aggro finish things off for the round of 16. But hey, Merfolk and Burn, that is the match we've got queued up. And I'm going to be playing the Merfolk side of the deck. Here you can see the deck. It's kind of what you would expect from a Merfolk deck. It's got a white splash for Path of Exile in the main deck, and then some pretty nice sideboard cards. You get Rest in Peace, Stony Silence, and Thalia out of the sideboard for various matchups. The rest of the deck, it's a bunch of lords, right? You've got your Silver Knuckle Adepts with a card advantage. Curse Catcher is the, kind of annoy them and the best one drop, but then the rest of it is lords. Master, Lord, images to copy things, Regeries, and then Master of Waves can come down to kind of finish things off. Aether Vial speeds it up a little bit. There's a couple Spell Piercers thrown in. Don't forget, of course, Mutavault amongst the lands. Relatively straightforward. This is kind of what you get if you're going to splash white out of a Merfolk deck. The opponent is the Burn deck. The specific Burn deck that we're using is Li Shitian's deck from the most recent Modern Pro Tour. Multiple versions of this deck made the top 8, and it's just lean and brutally effective. 21 drops, 16 twos, and these 3 drops aren't really 3 drops. It's really like 24 ones and 16 twos, because Riftbolt is basically just getting suspended. So you try to soften them up with creatures. Goblin Guide and Monastery Swiftspear are pretty good at that. A couple Lava Mancers give you a little bit of reach. Eidolons, 4 main deck Eidolons in this version of the deck. So that is a 2-drop that is quite annoying, dealing damage to both players. And then Burn spells. You know what? Lightning Bolt is so good that Lava Spike also gets played, and so does Shard Volley. Helix and Boros Charm come in off the white splash. And yeah, I mean, it's a Burn deck. What are you expecting? I mean, both of these decks are kind of doing what you would expect them to do. The question is just how they line up against each other. And it's actually, I think it's relatively interesting, because in the race, the guy with the good draw will win the race, which means the Burn deck can't just burn the face. I think that depending on how the game plays out, sometimes you got to burn the lords. But then that gives time for something like Master of Waves to matter. So could be an interesting match. We'll see what happens. All right, Shadow, I've got a game hosted on Magic Online. I am going to mute you. We can talk more on Skype after the match. Good luck.
Good luck.
All right. Here we go. Burn versus Fish. Yes, definitely want to play first. I guess that's a keeper. I mean, it's 3 land, 4 spells, right? It's a turn 1 Aether Vial, which threatens to do stuff. Yeah, I think I have to keep it. I really wish I had like a Lord instead of either the Pierce or the Path. But what are you going to do? It is what it is. All right. I'm going to get this Aether Vial down. Start ticking it up. Guess I could have left up Path, given that I don't actually have a creature. I don't know. Swiftspear's going to hit me for 1. I can live with that. Don't really want to give him a second land right away anyway. Alright, tick up the Aether Vial. Spreading Seas. Hilarious. pretty sure Pierce and Path is better here. He doesn't play a second land, though. Okay. Path and Spreading Seas are not friends, are they? It's all very funny. Spreading Seas have not been the most impressive. I mean, I guess this is just not the matchup for him, right? Second Swissbeard. Can't do anything about that. Yeah, he's clearly set to Lava Spike me for 5. But Spell Pierce is going to look pretty good here. I mean, I guess I stopped 3 of it. Oh, I should have tapped my mana wrong. I was supposed to get an island for that so that I could path. Damn it. Oh, there's not a really good way to fix that. Yeah. I meant to fetch an island in Spell Pierce and then path off the Seachrome Coast. Ugh. Instead, I don't have planes. Yeah, I didn't think I had planes. So bad. I'm just taking 2 damage here that I should not have taken. Sometimes Magic is hard. Had that all drawn up right in my head. That's nice. This actually means we get to potentially surprise him. We're turning this guy into a 3/3. If he attacks into me, that's good. If he just burns it, though, I can't actually save it. Lavamancer. Okay. Eidolon. Okay. I'm going to say no. It's funny, if I draw Master, I have so many 2s, though, and I want to be able to put things into play without triggering Eidolon, so... Curse Catcher. Huh. What a weird spot. I mean, I'm half tempted to give him Island Walk. And I can attack with Rejury. I mean, if what happens if I just attack? I mean, I can sort of race, right? Sort of. Yeah, what if I just take no damage and race? If I sit here and try to play defense, it's not going to work. His burn spells are going to be removing my guys. And as soon as he removes 1, then the Lavamancer is suddenly enough. Look, let's fight. You want to sit on Eidolon? All of your spells deal damage. I can still cast my 2s right now. Well, my 2-mana creatures anyway. Let's brawl. Yeah, take 6. Feel a little better if I was at 16 rather than 14, but he is down to 2 cards in hand. And I do have the ability to give my guys Island Walk. If I'm willing to take 2 damage to cantrip. Ugh, Helix. Helix on the Lord. Sad. He does take damage. But then he gains 3 life, and my guy dies. And now my other guy dies. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's 2 life. Not looking like it's going to matter. I'm just getting crushed now. Eidolon's been pretty good. Yes, I have to. I guess I have to play Curse Catcher. I take 2 life. Maybe I distract a Grim Lavamancer. The miracle is that I actually get in Master off Aether Vial. Yeah, I kind of think I have to. It's going to save me at least 2 damage by distracting him or blocking. Not optimistic about this game, though. He's going to Lavamancer it. And then what? Am I chumping Eidolon? No idea how I'm supposed to get out of this. I can take 3 down to 5. And I guess he is out of Lavamancer food. Don't think it's worth chumping to save 2. Do that next turn if I have to. Should have randomly ticked it up, apparently. Yeah, I mean, if I play that, I'm at 3. I die to any spell. If I don't play it, then I just get attacked. So I have to assume that his hand is blank. And his hand is going to continue to be blank for the rest of the game, and that having creatures in play is good. Not optimistic. Yeah, the fact that he has creatures, I think that he burns my creatures is how this matchup goes. Like, if he's able to establish any kind of presence, even if it's just a Swift Spear, then burning my creatures just destroys my entire game. Of course, he has a fetch land for food. Oh, these guys are lethal. Yeah, I can't cast a spell anymore. Commit suicide. Ha! Take that. It's a bath. Oh well. Yeah, that was hard to beat. Alright. I want Spellskite. I think Thalia is worth it against him. First strike in, making his cards cost more. I'm pretty sure Negate is worth it against him. And Tidebinder Mage feels like a good creature. Yeah, I mean, it locks down a creature. It is a Merfolk. I don't think I want Phantasmal Image because it's just too easy for him to blow it up. Spreading Seas seems terrible in this matchup. So it gets me to 62. I need to be able to path things like Eidolon. Curse Catcher is my good 1-drop. Spell Pierce seems great. It's not really an Aether Vial matchup. Maybe I cut 1 Aether Vial to make sure I don't draw multiples. I mean, the games that I win aren't going to be like, oh my god, Aether Vial games. Maybe 1 Rejury? Sure, let's try it like that. Burn with the 1-0 lead. I don't know, I want to like the Merfolk deck, but that did not seem good for Merfolk, the way that game played out. One land, but Aether Vial into Catcher, Lord, Master. It's a land I have to pay for. Hilarious. Oh, jeez. I mean, he's not going to blow up my Aether Vial. I'm going to get to play Master of Waves on turn 5 if I'm alive. And I will have played Cursecatcher Lord for free on the way there. I think I actually keep that. It's kind of crazy, but I think I actually keep this. I mean, the Aether Vial is effectively the second land, and it's actually better than a second land. Maybe this is a crazy keep, but it feels like it does a lot of stuff. And obviously, second land at any point gets the second Lord down without having to skip an Aether Vial turn. Swift Spear. Not really what I wanted, but I guess it's sort of kind of like drawing more mana. Yeah, if he's got a good draw, I may just not get a 5th turn to play a giant Master of Waves. Also, he may have killed all my lords by then. I'll have to see what happens. Kind of want him to... Smash to smithereens. All right. Obviously, I'm going to trade Cursecatcher for that. Trying to figure out, like, what's the spell. I mean, there's some value in having a Cursecatcher with the Lords coming and with the Master coming, but not if you're going to kill my Aether Vial. And I'm also preventing 3 damage this way, obviously. Yeah, I prevent the 3 damage from the smash. I keep the Aether Vial. It's all good. All right, ticking them both up. Spell Pierce. It's not nothing. And would I block a naked 1/2 Swift Spear? I can't possibly be right. It's way too likely that he's going to have an instant that could turn it into a 2/3 and beat up my Lord. Okay. Still going to have an instant. Maybe next turn when there are 3/3s. Yeah, he doesn't want to actually play his instinct because he doesn't want to get spell pierced. Tick, 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 tick. Wow. So I play defense, right? How does this work? I have a spell pierce. I can play a Lord. I can hit him for 3 and have 1 Lord on defense. He's at 13? Let's do it. Sure. 4th land. He pays for an untapped. It's not great for me. Whatever, I'm blocking. I feel like I have to block, right? If I block and he casts 2 spells, he kills my Lord. My next turn Master is super weak. Maybe I don't block. Well, look, next turn I'm going to play Master for 1,000,000 guys. I don't think he can kill. Like, if I... Let's say he plays 2 spells. I counter one of them with Spell Pierce, so I'm taking like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Plus my guys are lethal next turn. I'm going to take it. I don't think you can kill me through a Spell Pierce. 3 spells comes pretty close. No, he can pay for Spell Pierce. Because he's got 4 lands. Okay, that's annoying. Yeah, I don't have a Rejury. He shouldn't have given me the option to block if this was his plan. Yeah, he shouldn't have given me the option to block. Yep, there's the Boros Charm I was expecting. 6. So this is actually lethal if I don't have Spell Pierce. But I do. He's got 1 card in his hand. Come on, give me a land for negate. Land for negate wins the game. All right, I gotta be careful. Which one of these? So I'll put the one on the bottom that I want to have tick up to 4. Yeah, that one I'm not going to change. This one, yes. And land for negate is so awesome there. Well. I have to hope he doesn't have a Boros Charm, basically. If he's a Boros Charm, we're just dead. Because we literally never drew a second land. 5 turns. If I get this, 4 draw phases. He has the Boros Charm. And just gotta look. Just gotta see what we built up for. Second land at any point that game. We would have been fine. Stupid negate. Oh well. Couldn't find a second land. I had negate in my hand for that Boros Charm.
Yeah, I tried to play around the Spell Pierce to start, and I was taking a bunch of damage from it, and I'm just like, I'll just try.
Yeah, you shouldn't have given me the chance to block that Swift Spear on the Searing Blaze turn.
Okay, so I assume that you have a Spell Pierce, and if you do, you block and I kill it anyway.
Right, but if you're gonna spell,
no, wanted to. That's like ultimately, if you have a Spell Pierce, I kill both your creatures, and if you don't have a Spell Pierce, then I kill you. So if you block, I kill both your creatures. I'm happy.
Oh, I see. Okay. You're even happier if I do block because then you get to kill both of them. You don't deal the Swift Spear damage to me, but you kill my other guy.
Exactly. I wanted to kill both your Lord of Atlantis because then I don't care really what's happening in your hand.
I see. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I guess. I didn't feel like the second having one Lord, I couldn't apply enough pressure, but from your perspective, I could see how getting both Lords is better than just getting one of them.
Yeah, because I've got 2 dudes in play.
But I feel like, in retrospect, if I had blocked, I guess you have the Boros Charm and you managed to get your guy with 3/4, so my guy just dies to the prowess triggers.
Yeah, so I kill your other guy with my with the first spell I cast.
Right.
And then I cast the Boros Charm and just let my guy get to 3/4.
Right, which I spell pierce, so I take were you 3/4
You
or
take
4/5?
3. Yeah,
I take 3 less damage than I took the way we actually played the game out, but I'm down that Lord of Atlantis.
Yep.
which means my Master of Waves is not as exciting, but it might have been exciting enough. I don't know. I feel like I have a better. I might win on that line. Anyway, whatever. I wanted a second land for negate. I was holding a negate, and I'm like, oh, as long as it's not Boros Charm is the last card in his hand. Or it's fine if it's Boros Charm if I draw a land.
Well, I mean, that's why that deck makes it to the top 8, right? Like, on any suboptimal draw, it'll just win.
No, it's a great point. It's a great point, and it does indeed make it to the top 8. There's the bracket. Burn advances over Merfolk. And yeah, Burn, it just seemed like the better deck. I felt like I had to have a really odd... I had to have a lot of things go right to win that matchup. Like, it's a matchup I think the Fish can win, but I don't think they're favored.
I would agree.
All right, well, good game.
Good game.